If that's the price for what I'm having right now, then I'm willing to pay for it. I got experience discrimination for the first time ever when I'm here. The privilege of having a job in this economy. You will never receive the answer if you don't ask. Have you ever heard about the red card theory? It's really nice. What's going on, what the drama at home, and my skin is so important. It's my health, my beauty, it's my confidence. Okay, so I finally fireplace. It's really nice here, and now I'm in the mood for answering all of your questions. It's actually a bit unfortunate because I think it should be really sunny right now. There should be beautiful sunlight, golden hours, but for some reason it's pretty cloudy. But anyway, we are here to get the work done. So let's just get into the question right now. So a few weeks ago, I posted on my Instagram a question box where you can share with me all the questions you have in mind for me. And luckily, there are actually quite many of you sending me questions so that I don't feel really awkward when no one really asks me. I love this opportunity because now I can share with you my raw experience and lessons because you really want to know it, right? As a person who loves categorizing things, I have grouped the question into like some relevant topic, and we will go through one by one today. Alright, now I get the list of the questions. So we will start first with the topic about living abroad or living in Finland. So the first question is, hi, is what living abroad away from your loved ones, and how did you end up in Finland? And there's another question which is quite relevant, that why did you choose to live in Finland? Well, I could honestly have a long video for you to explain my life choice for living here, but we don't have much time. So in short, I have been dreaming of living abroad when I was like 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I was living in a very small village that people I knew there, I don't think any of them had a passport, not mentioning to like living abroad. But maybe I was influenced by media or whatever I watched by that time. I've been dreaming of living abroad, and that's when I tried to study English and get into a very good high school in Vietnam, which set the foundation for me to study abroad. And yeah, that's when I graduated from high school, I came to Finland. The reason why I chose Finland particularly is mainly because compared to other countries like UK, US or Australia, studying abroad here, the tuition fee was a bit cheaper, and I think that's mainly why I chose Finland. And that is what living abroad away from your loved ones is really tough questions. But from my own experience, I do believe it's worth trying to living abroad or building your life in somewhere new by yourself, because this unique experience will give you a lot of lessons, will build your confidence, build your independence that no other experience could offer you, and the freedom of living by yourself in a new places. But of course, there will be the price come after with the freedom, independence, or this kind of experience. It is, homesick or loneliness. I still have to deal with it all the time, not just first year, second year, but even right now. And I know that it's tough. But if I still go back 6 years ago, I still chose to study or like moving abroad because it shaped who I am today. And I really appreciate this opportunity to see the world, and I really appreciate my parents, everyone who support me in this journey, even though I will miss them sometime. But if that's the price for what I'm having right now, then I'm willing to pay for it. I think that the cloud is running away, so hopefully we might have some sunlight soon. Are Finnish people hostile towards foreigners? Do you feel integrated yet? There. Very good questions, I have to say. So the first part, are Finnish people hostile toward foreigners? I would say it depends, right? I do have some good friends, close Finnish people here, but of course, I did experience some, pretty bad experience here before. So I remember when I first came to Finland, I was literally like 18 or 19 years old, really young, and it's my first time ever live abroad. I got experience discrimination for the first time ever when I'm here. When I visit a bar with my classmate, and that person, like, I don't know what is the word for the person who's standing in front of the bar checking your ID. So that guy, after seeing my Vietnamese passport, he was really, rude to me, and this kind of racist, discriminate acts. And of course, I didn't know what to do by that time. I was so vulnerable and young, inexperienced. But luckily, my classmate stood up for me, and they make the man understand that that's super rude and unacceptable. After that, the experience was okay, but of course it was a shock for me. First time ever feeling discriminated in a new country, really young. But you can also see that there were other people like my classmate, even though we knew for like a few days, first time ever came to the bar together. They protect me, they respect me, and they stood up for me. That's why I would say it really depends on people. Some people here, they are really welcome, they're happy about having more people, diversify the culture and the work experience here. But there's other people who are not very happy about that. So it depends. And I guess that is something you should always prepare. Not prepare, but like you should accept that people will be different. They will welcome you in different way, or some people are not welcome at all. And just accept that about living abroad. And do you feel integrated yet there? I would say like 50-50. As I said, I have close connection to some Finnish family here, to some Finnish friends here. I do enjoy the Finnish lifestyle. I like the quiet, peaceful life here, and even sometimes I feel like I act like a Finn sometimes because I've been living here for a while. But of course, I wouldn't say like I'm fully integrated to the society here because I came from a different cultures. I have different life perspective, for example, and there will be things here that I couldn't understand. But I don't expect that I have to fully integrate it into a new country. As long as my daily life is smooth, I'm happy with what I'm having, I have good people here, I can still deal with the important paperwork as normal, then I'm good. I don't expect to be like becoming a Finn, fully integrated or something like that. So now we're moving to work from home and discipline topic. The first questions. How do you stay focused on discipline while working remotely? And another question that's quite related is also, how do you stay motivated while working from home, especially when it is a bit isolating? I mean, the people who send this question, they really understand me because I feel the same. I have the same struggle, and I don't say like I master the game or like I find the absolute solution yet. But you can see that I have been trying some tips, or I have been trying some projects with the aim to increase my discipline, productivity, focus when I'm work from home. So I would share honestly from my experience is that in order to stay focused and disciplined while working remotely, the key is to remove the distraction in your life. And for me, it's usually the phone, which is my biggest distraction ever. So I try to create more constraint to actually reach my phone when I work. For example, I put it in another room or in a box as long as it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Or it could be like you don't log in Instagram, YouTube or anything, or even block it on your own computer. So it will not easy for you to actually watch them, during your work. It's really depend on your case, but I think the key here is to remove the distractions and create constraint for you to actually watch or do those things. But also, I feel like sometimes we expect a bit too much from ourselves. We think that we have to be focused and disciplined every single day, 5 days a week when we work from home. But one of my previous managers told me that when you work from home, don't expect every day is the same. Maybe just 70% of your work time is productive or focused, and that's absolutely amazing already. Don't expect some unrealistic focus or productivity every single day because I don't think we can do that. It doesn't make sense. And lastly, the questions about how to stay motivated while working from home, especially when it's isolating. I really feel you. I barely meet anyone during my work. So sometimes you just feel like, so why I have to do it? So why I need to go to the table and start working? right? Actually, a few weeks ago, I wrote a short essay on Medium just to write down my thought on the day when I don't want to start working at all. And basically the idea is whenever I feel demotivated to work, I remind myself of this exact moment, the privilege of having a job in this economy. And secondly, the opportunity to have a remote work doesn't require me to wake up early, commute time, dealing with the stress, but I can just own my morning routine and work whenever I want. You know, sometimes when you feel heavy, you feel demotivated, you will forget all of the good things about what you're having. And at that moment, try to remind yourself of the privilege of having a job, having a remote job. So yeah, that's what I do to myself. Then we also have, how do you manage your time and work-life balance when deadlines pile up? Now I learned that I don't take too much on my plate. You know, I wouldn't take too much deadline if I know that I can handle it. If the deadline piles up and my life feels a bit more hectic, then I will try to adjust my workout activity or how often I meet my friend. Just be a little bit more flexible and reduce the intensity so that I still have enough time to rest. But I will not allow the situation to last too long to the point that it's become imbalanced, that I don't have enough time for living, for my own life. No. It's just maybe 1 or 2 weeks could be a bit more intense with work, then okay, I might go to the gym less, fewer times, or I will meet my friend maybe only once per week or once every 2 weeks, but it will not last forever because I need my own life to be able to work. How to reduce work anxiety? I feel the work given to me at work can be done in fewer hours by others, and it's make me sad. I feel you because I was also quite hard on myself before, and I have the same worry that I am too slow and other people can be better than me at this kind of task. But if I can be really honest with you, from my own experience, I usually feel anxious when I'm really uncertain. Actually, a few months ago when I have the transition to a new manager, I was really worried about my performance. I got no clue how my manager think about me. Does he think I am efficient or productive? Or does he even think that I'm good at my work? So I was really anxious. I was worried that maybe he might think of other people to do my job. And instead of sitting with my worriness, I decided to book a meeting with him. I decided to gather feedback from other people who have been working with me and then discuss with him, ask him directly, how does he think about my performance? How does he think I could do better and so on. So after that, I hear from him exactly how did he think about my performance. It's actually not that bad. It's all just my worriness or my imaginations or my negative thoughts that make me feel like I'm bad at work. But in reality, he actually appreciated my contribution. So my advice to you is that if you answered you're unsure at work, then book a meeting with your managers. Ask him or her directly how do they think about your performance and ask for the step to improve it, if any. Then seek for the answer instead of just sitting with yourself, question yourself, and then have a lot of self-doubt. I don't think it's good. I just think that right now you are a bit too heavy on yourself. So I hope that you can take as an advice and take action to really feel better. You will never receive the answer if you don't ask. So do it. Now we have next questions. How are you so positive? Thank you so much. I mean, yeah, most of the time I'm positive, but not always. We're human. Sometimes we might be a little bit negative. But yeah, most people say I'm positive. People who meet me in real life, they also say I'm positive. The first thing is that I believe that I am the biggest of the forever cheerleader in my life. So I choose to be positive because if I'm not happy, if I don't cheer myself up, then who else? Well, I expect to do so. And secondly, I truly believe that life is what we try to find. Have you ever heard about the red car theory? It's basically mean that if you would ask to pay attention to a red light on the street, then next time you go out, you will just always recognize the red car on the street. So it basically means that if you choose to look for a positive thing in life, then you will see it, you will notice more often. And I decided to put that positive lens in my life, and then it really make my life much better in the way of, you know, more positive and good thing come to me. And if bad thing happen, which is unavoidable, then I try to see the good part of it. Don't expect everything to be perfect, but if shit happen, then take time to learn from it and find the good side to get out of the negative situation. Okay, now I need to take a break to eat a banana because it's like nearly 8 already and I'm hungry and I need something to eat to continue this video. How do you manage your time juggling so many things? I think management is actually more about expectation management. Sometimes we have too much expectation on ourselves for how do we use your time, or how fast we want things to move, or like how productive we have to be. But in the end, it's about know your own ability and, you know, expect accordingly. And I believe that's important to plan with flexibility. Right now, I am running the 48 challenge, which means that I try to divide my day into 4 different blocks and be intentional with my time, because I still, you know, need to work on my time management skill still. So far, I feel pretty good about my day. And I think the key here is that I really know when to do what, and I don't put too much on my plate. That's when I feel like my time schedules, my time management skill in general are much better. But Dilly have tried a lot of tips, a lot of methods for time management, and probably we can make a video just for the topic. Then, how do you manage your finances? I didn't expect people ask me this question, but I guess it's quite important. Why? Because I'm living by myself in a foreign country. So of course, everything I need to know how to manage my money. I actually have 2 important rules when it comes to finance management. The first one is I always invest and save automatically first when I receive my salary. I don't have full salary in my bank account and just spend it until the end of the month and then invest or save, but I always do saving and investment first thing ever, and actually automatically when I receive the money, which is like no-brainer and so easy for me, because I think saving and investing are much more important than like spending on things. And the second rule is that always track and do budgeting every single month. I have been doing that for like 2.5 years, so I know exactly where my money went, and I also know if I want to purchase something big next month or next few months, and how I can allocate money, or what I can reduce, or what expense I can reduce to buy the big purchase. Absolutely important, and it helped me a lot with managing my money. We would go through like the general, or like all of the questions that I don't know how to group them together and call them lifestyle. The first one is, please drop your mascara and eyeliner. I think you like my makeup, so let me try to be closer to it. So of course I can show you my favorite mascara and eyeliner. So I have 2 favorite mascara. It took me actually a few years until I find some mascara that's work for me. I am not a big fan of thick mascara because it's make me feel so heavy, and it's hard for me when I wear glasses. So I love the mascara that is like thin, but also keep my eyelash to stay for a long time. This is my most favorite mascara ever. I was introduced by my beauty influencer friend. She knows a lot about Korean beauty, makeup, and cosmetic. It's really nice and not too thick, and I'm actually wearing it right now. Another one I really like is this one. But unfortunately I cannot find it anymore when I'm in Vietnam. Maybe you can check at your store if you have, but this one is also really good. Like, it keeps my eyelash stay for a real long time, and it doesn't like stick together, like the eyelash doesn't stick together. I really like them. And about the eyeliner, I wouldn't like recommend this, but overall I usually try to use a pencil eyeliner. I think it's really hard for them to focus. I'm really sorry, but you can see that it is a pencil eyeliner. The reason why is because I have really small and not very sharp eyeliner. So this kind of pencil is easy for you to like blend it down and make it look really natural in your makeup. I'm not a girl who like very thick or a lot of makeup. I prefer natural, glowy, so this pencil eyeliner is perfect for me. One question is about gym, about workouts. How do we get into working out on a daily basis for someone who has never done it? I would say for a person who is new to workout or to exercise, you shouldn't start with something really heavy, meaning that it can be just going out for a walk every day. It can go and exercise already. But of course, if you want to be a bit more than just daily walk, I would recommend to try some home workout first. You can go to YouTube and find some video that match your vibe. The reason is that it's really easy and accessible for you. And the key when you start something is that it's not too hard for you, which is challenging to maintain in the long term. So in the first 1 or 2 months, you can just like start with home workout, doing something fun. And when you feel like the change in your mood, in your body, when you exercise, that's when you get more motivation to do something more than just, home workout. I always recommend people to do strength training, meaning that you might have to go to the gym because you need to build muscle. It's for longevity, for your health. So it's very important. But if at first it's not something really compelling for you and going to gym is really, really hard for you, then you don't have to do it right away. Just start moving. Just make yourself into the flow of doing exercise daily, then challenge yourself with the next step. What are your non-negotiables? What are my non-negotiable? Matcha in the morning. It's more like something I really love to have, but not like non-negotiable. I would say call family once per week in my non-negotiable because I'm living abroad. I don't see them every day, so at least try to call them, keep in touch with what's going on, what the drama at home is my non-negotiables. Oh yeah, one of my non-negotiable is that I cannot go to sleep without removing my makeup and put on skincare. I don't think I have ever go to sleep with my makeup, but I know some people, they actually so tired and they just go to sleep with the makeup, with the foundations, mascara on, and I was like, no, it's not me. I can't. I feel sorry for my skin. I think about all of the the pain it have to endure when I wear those thick makeup to sleep. So it's not my thing. And also I feel like I'm missing something. If I go to sleep without doing my skincare, because sleeping is the best time to take care of my skin, and my skin is so important. It's my health, my beauty, it's my confidence. So yeah, my non-negotiable. That's it. Where do you get your clothes mostly? Your fits are always so gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment. Well, it's not my first time. So many people had compliments my fit. It's not to brag, but I have good taste in life. And but the bad news for you is that I don't really buy clothes online very often. But most of the clothes that I receive compliments, they are from local store in Vietnam. And so that's why I cannot have any link or anything to share with you. But yeah, most of my clothes are from Vietnam and I bought them from local store, and the material is amazing. The price are very reasonable compared to like buying from Finland. So I always go back home once per year and buy clothes from there. This is not a question, but I think it's more like a recommendation. It is a video on fitness journey, meal plans, your healing journey from surgery, and desk tour. Oh, thank you for your recommendation, and I really appreciate that because you remember that I have a little surgery beginning of this year. It actually here. But yeah, I'm doing better from that. I now can work out normally and no longer have to feel like suffering from that anymore. But yeah, I might do a videos about my fitness journey, meal plan, or desk tour. So I just need to know from you guys which one you want me to do. So just comment below. Yeah, thank you. Oh my god, you have to see the surrounding here. How nice! Look at the beautiful sky here. It's so pretty right now. So I have answered most of the questions in this Q&A round already, and I think they are all really amazing and interesting questions, and I'm so happy that I finally got a chance to share with you my learning, my lesson, or even the very embarrassing or stupid mistake I've made before. As always, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you have further questions, then just let me know in the comment, or I might have another round of Q&A questions in the future. But more importantly, I need your suggestion on what specific question you want me to go further, meaning like having a whole video for the topic. It could be time management, my road journey, gym journey, or how I land a job in Finland. So I don't know, but I just want to hear from you. Which question you want me to make like a whole video out of it, then just let me know in the comments. And do I have anything else? No, I don't have anything else. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then you better do that. And yeah, I'm mostly on Instagram sharing my 48 challenge right now. So also don't forget to subscribe to my, not subscribe, but like to follow my Instagram and just say hi in my DM if you are new here. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this video and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Now I can go home and eat. I'm really thirsty right now. No. I need to change it to, how do I change it to more like this? Or maybe I will not meet a lot of friends. Oh my god, did you see that? There was a mosquito. Hey! Okay, now we're back. What I'm saying? There's a mosquito. Hey! Ah. Anyway, the first one. Oh my god, the mosquito. Sorry for that. One of my mascara. Hey, I am absolutely bad at this. How do I do that? Ah, it's work. I hope you can see it. Yay, so I'm done with the videos. Now I can just rest here a little bit because it's such a nice weather here today. Yeah. Oh wait, let me show the sky to you. How pretty. Yeah, this is everything. Oh, yeah. Yep.